welcome back. One of the things that, as a side note, that I'm beginning to wonder if I screwed up is if by getting Zevran early, I actually ended up grabbing this mission before I was ready to do it.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a
for
chance?
like how long it took for Liliana to do the traps and whatnot. I guess we shall see. I mean, Zevran's laying there dead, but he's gonna resurrect himself in just a minute. So, oh, there's another trap. So yeah, that quickly I forgot what I was saying. Ha! Gotta love it. I'm that excited about getting Zevran. I'm just that freaking excited. And what's so funny is that I swooned over Alistair last time. Oh my god.
Oh, what?
See the eyeshadow?
I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet. Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time.
I like the
My name is Zevran.
bottom lip hair.
Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
I love his honesty too.
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva, very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite
Thank
right.
you, Liliana.
I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Loghan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Gotta kill him.
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
I wish I could find some armor where he's wearing pants.
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
I was afraid to do armor because I didn't want to
between
buff him.
Loghan and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
I just want to skin where he's wearing some pants, seriously.
Isn't that what we're establishing now? I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Loghan of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Loghan then. What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you?
I love him.
I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely. Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I wish you'd get up off the ground.
Very well. Ask, and thou shalt receive.
Okay, I guess I am.
You're quite stuck on cutting my throat or something equally gruesome. Perhaps you'd care to hear a proposal.
Why did you give me that option for me to say, well, yeah, I'm done?
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So let me serve you instead. To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
And it's just honest. And he's not used to things about loyalty.
Possibly.
Or
I happen
that
to know
kind of
their
thing.
wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it? I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose. Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan Crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I could also stand around and look pretty if you prefer. Warm your bed. Fend off unwanted suitors, no?
I mean, having grown up in a whorehouse.
See? I knew we could find a common interest. Or two, or three. Really, I can go all night. So, what shall it be? I'll even shine armor. You won't find a better deal, I promise.
And he was taught to strip emotion, so
Well,
it makes sense
let's
that he'd be like,
being
okay.
allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's very fair. A little on the crazy
You're
side.
taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Oh, shut up, Alistair. We need help. We need people.
Alright, I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan, but I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
Yep.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
I wish his hair was just like a tad longer. Just a tad. The Witcher style. It's perfect for him. Well, you know, minus the gray, that is. Bye,
Blood and
Liliana.
damnation.
Yes.
Oh, don't pout. Oh, what kind of stance is that? Oh. He doesn't have a cool stance. Although it's hard to beat Morgan's with her, you know, magic. That's awesome. Alrighty then, let's loot here. So yeah, even with that dialogue, he was very honest, and that kind of honesty is just so refreshing to me. I absolutely love it. I love it. Whereas Alistair, on the other hand, hides stuff, you know, like his heritage. So, and then comes up with some little whiny excuse. To which in the first game I was stupidishly
On it.
wow, foolishly forgiving. And I know I said in this one that
Here I am.
forgave him, but
Let's get
I
started.
do think that it says a lot about his character that we're standing there talking to people and they're concerned because there's no heir to the throne, blah, blah, blah. And he's standing there listening to these conversations, knowing he's an heir to the throne and not saying anything. And in the end, what ends up happening, he makes, well, depending on how the person plays the game, he makes sacrifices to save, you know, to save the area for Eldon. Although I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the ending, and I'm not going to spoil it, like now, but I really don't. This is the first time where, well, it's not like I've played this a zillion times. I've only played one other playthrough. But my noble had the option of marrying Alistair, but in this playthrough, the Grey Warden, unless she decides to sacrifice herself,
Look, can we talk
really
for a
has
moment?
nothing to do with
I need to tell
the
you
end
something.
story.
I should probably have told you earlier.
Yep, here we go.
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
You know you didn't.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother.
Yeah. So weird. I thought I had this conversation already,
yes,
but
I guess it does it. That
guess I didn't.
I should use that line more often.
So I'm about to be forgiving
I would
now.
have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Kaelin's dead and you're heir to the throne. You should probably be sitting on the
wouldn't
bench.
He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it.
Be right back.
The only thing I had of my mother's.